Welcome to another episode of Celestial Dew, a space where we explore our inner world, where storytelling and spiritual tools deepen our connection to ourselves and the universe. My name is Rocio Celeste, and this is my soulmate and constant companion, also my co-host, Nougat Cósmico. We are here to share our experiences and open a space for insight and transformation. So settle in, take a deep breath, and let's begin this journey inward. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about belly dancing, which is a dance that originated, I believe, in Egypt. That's what I learned when I was dancing belly dancing. And I learned that it originated in Egypt and then it spread throughout the Middle East, and there are different varieties. I went on a belly dance trip 11 years ago in India. I believe I already shared this story before. So we traveled, there were 17 women, and we traveled throughout Rajasthan. In 2015, it was very hot. It was the spring of 2015, and it was super hot. I got really sick. So we were there with a teacher. We were traveling, visiting, and it was a very cultural trip. But we were giving shows, traveling, and just like not really earning money, but dancing for the community so that the community can earn the money. It was like a program that the teacher had organized with people that she knew, local people, local contacts that she had. And it was very insightful, especially because I had never been to India. It was my first time in India. And I had always pictured India as vegetation and green, Ayurveda, vegetarian, all that. I learned later that I was Kerala. And I ended up in Rajasthan, which is where all the palaces are and the princes, and completely different. It felt like a different country. India is a huge continent, but for my first time in India, I was quite shocked. And it was very hot. It was very dry. I got really sick. I got super, super sick. I believe I shared this in a video where I talked about Ayurveda. And so this video is about belly dancing. I had danced a little bit of belly dancing before, here and there, nothing serious. It's always been something that I do for fun, nothing that I take so seriously. Like, I'm not gonna like just make a career out of it, but I like to dance it. Sometimes it still happens now where they ask me if I can come with some people that I know, or if I can join a group to dance so that they can celebrate the new year. Or for this restaurant, like if there's a Lebanese restaurant and they have a special occasion they need to show. It happens. It's fun. For me, it's fun because I love dancing. Dancing is my life. Dance is my meditation. Today, I want to talk about belly dancing. It's been quite a while since I've been wanting to talk about this. I wasn't sure how I was going to present it or how I was going to introduce it. With belly dancing, as with all different dances, is about reconnecting with the body, coming back to the body. And what I find unique or different about belly dancing is that you do so many movements at the same time that you can't help but strengthen your brain. It's like giving muscle exercise to your brain, to your mind, because you have to be thinking and counting and calculating. Okay, the head moves like this, the neck moves like this, the chest moves like this, the arms, the hands. At the same time, you're moving your hips and your belly. It's a lot of movements to synchronize. Like, you do a lot of things, and it can be overwhelming, especially for a beginner. This is why I say I do it for fun. I don't do it to make a living out of it. I don't do it for a profession. I don't do it to be perfect or to entertain. Yeah, it has happened that I danced to entertain, but it was mainly because I wanted to have fun. Like the times where I was invited to come dance at this restaurant or at this party because they were celebrating the new year. There was an exchange. I got to eat for free. I got to drink and didn't have to pay the entrance fee for the event. And in exchange, we got to dance. So it wasn't really like payment, but it was fun. It's about exposure. I just wanted to be there and share my energy and dance and have fun. And it was quite lovely. It was very, very lovely. So what I wanted to say about belly dancing is that I find, like with all sorts of dance, I find that it reconnects us with our soul, with our essence, with who we truly are. I'm someone, and a lot of us, I think, are similar to me in that aspect, where we tend to be a lot on the, focusing a lot on the exterior, like our job, our friends, our family, what we're going to eat, what we're going to wear. A lot of our attention is put outwards. And I mean, I think society is designed like that we are so focused on the external world. And very seldom we are invited to come back inwards. I mean, it's changing now. Little by little it's changing. I've noticed since the pandemic that people are starting to meditate, and now people are saying, hey, mindfulness is important. Hey, yoga. Hey, yes. Before it wasn't quite it was separated. Like, I feel like before it used to be it was either spirituality or science. And now they are merging. Now they are becoming friends, and they're proving that, oh, actually, yes, our ancestors were right 5,000 years ago. They knew that it was important to connect to our soul, to connect to the cosmos, that we were part of something bigger, that meditation is good, yoga is good, and, you know, Reiki is nice. All these things where we're like, woo-woo, when I will talk about things, and I will talk about the third eye, for example, not too long ago, the year of the pandemic. And like co-workers or friends will tell me, what have you been smoking? What have you been smoking? When I will talk about the third eye. And you know, for me, some of us here will think, oh, well, the third eye, that's like, yeah, everyone knows that. But a lot of us don't know that. Like, some people don't know that here our pineal gland is it's something that's connected in the brain. I can make a video about it in a future episode. I actually got a painting in Egypt about the pineal gland, and I can show you. It's in my bedroom. It's quite big, so I can't really bring it right now. But that's just to show that we used to think, okay, yeah, let's separate the body from the soul. And I think that more and more we are remembering. I don't want to say awakening, because that's like, we're not really asleep. It's just that we sort of forgot when we were born why we came here and what we're doing here. Yes, we're here to experience life in this physical dimension. We're here to learn, to explore, to discover, to notice our emotions, to cry, to laugh, to love, to experience chocolate, you know, the taste, all those beautiful things. And of course, with this human experience, also challenges come. You can't have one without the other. I always say you cannot have the day without the night. It's like they are opposites, and we need the opposites in order to keep balance, to keep that neutrality. And belly dancing for me was quite an exploration about myself, because I used to be very self-conscious. Not only because my dad told me when I was very little, he told me, no, dancing is bad, dancing is dirty, don't dance, oh my God. And like, he scolded me and yelled at me and made me feel really bad and really ashamed of myself for dancing when I was like 6 years old. I was dancing freely like any 6-year-old will do. And then my dad saw me, started screaming, telling me horrible things. And then I learned that day that dancing was bad, dancing was dirty, dancing was for prostitutes, dancing this, dancing that. And I went maybe 25 years without wanting to dance. I would be so skeptical. I thought I had gotten past that, and my trip to India was very eye-opening, not only because I was exploring a new culture, everything was new to me, not only the palaces and the architecture. I mean, I'm a vegetarian, so I really love the vegetarian food. Rajasthan's very vegetarian. That was very good for me. But I was welcomed, or I was surprised with, yeah, I got sick. I got really sick. But also, I realized that I couldn't dance. I was very self-conscious. Yeah, I will try to dance, and I will be in the hotel salon rehearsing and practicing for the show. But when it came time to perform, something would happen. I would be so self-conscious, like I wouldn't enjoy and I wouldn't dance. And I will see all the other girls and all the other women having fun and dancing and having a blast and just having the time of their life. And just having fun with themselves, with strangers, with the local people. And I would just sit on the bench, on the seat, saying, "Oh, but I'm sick, or I have a stomachache." I don't know if I was self-sabotaging. I got super sick because unconsciously I was making myself physically unable to dance, or maybe I really drank something that made me really sick, and I was just like going through the bathroom all the time, not really digesting anything, and I had a fever, and I was in bed for a few days. But because we were traveling, I had no choice but to get on the bus and just like lay there and then get to the new destination. I enjoyed it, but not as much as I would have had I not gotten sick, had I not been traumatized about this whole dancing idea that was instilled in me when I was very little. And for me, belly dancing has been an exploration of myself, especially as a woman, because we have our hips. I mean, for both men and women, I've said this before, trauma is stored in the hips. So this is why we say in Tantra, in a lot of healing methodologies, you need to work with the body to release stored emotions. It doesn't matter what it is. You don't need to remember what it is that you are releasing. You just need to move your body, especially the hips. Joints also store a lot of trauma, but the hips. And as women, honestly, because we are told since we are very little, oh, don't open your legs, close your legs. Oh, don't show your underwear. Just sit like this, cross your legs, or always like, so we're like this. We're not free, and so we're always like this. We can't really move our body freely. And we grow up, we go through adolescence, adulthood, and of course, the female body is designed to give birth. And more, I find that, like, for example, I know someone that recently gave birth. Well, she had a C-section, and she said it was like a horrible experience. There was no reason for her to get a C-section, but she trusted the doctor when they told her, yeah, C-section, because your baby's big. And that was the only argument. Then later, 6 months later, when she had the baby, she told me, I should have just waited. And I said, yeah, sometimes doctors, they just look at you because you have a big belly and they think that's it. But no, we know as women, and especially in a lot of cultures, you can work with the body in order for you to have a natural birth, a vaginal birth. our bodies are designed. Yeah, I'm not saying C-section avoided 100%. Sometimes it's necessary, sometimes, but all the time, I find that more and more without a legitimate reason, people are getting C-sections. It's like because like they get more money from the insurance. It's like, I don't know, we should probably be trusting our body more. And in order for us to trust our body, we need to connect to it. We need to know our body. We need to know how it works. We need to see like the power that lives in us. And there is a lot. We say that women carry most of our strength is in our hips. That's why we carry our babies. And men's strength, most of it is here on the chest and the shoulders, and we complement each other, right? That's the yin and yang, Tao Te. So we complement each other. And once when I was in Bali on a retreat, I was on an inner child healing retreat a couple of years ago. This is more recent. It's like fast forward 10 years and I find myself in Bali and they're having us do these breathing exercises, and oh my God, I was getting super dizzy. And the more we breathe, the more I started, like my hips started moving by themselves, all on their own. They were just moving. It was all this energy, just pure energy. My body was like, ooh, and it was all coming from my hips. It was, and then I realized, oh my God, the more I was feeling the strength in my hips, the more I felt that I was connecting to a higher power. I was connecting to the cosmos, because I used to be someone that was very mental. Like I will heal, or I will think, or everything I did, or all the decisions I made, they all came from here. Yeah, sometimes from the heart, but mainly like reasoning. Never from here, never from, okay, how is my body feeling? Well, how is my womb feeling? Never. I was very disconnected. And that time I was, my hips were moving like crazy, and I wasn't doing anything. I was trying to stop it, and I couldn't stop it. It was all going on their own. It was a group meditation. And are you comfortable there? Are you comfortable there? Just making sure you're comfy. Okay, it was a group meditation, and I got this download. It's like, oh my God, work more with your hips. You need to work more with your hips. And the more I was connecting to this part of the body, specifically the womb, the hips, the more I felt that the channel was opening up here. Because like we said, yin yang, the Tao Te, they complement each other. This is when I realized, oh my God, I cannot only be up here, dragons, unicorns, mermaids, you name it. All these things, yes, angels, fairies, beautiful, wonderful. But in order for me to access all that, I needed this vessel. And this vessel is the only tool I have and the only tool I own. Because let's be honest, the only thing that's truly ours is our body. You can have a car, you can own a house, all of that. But at the end of the day, when we leave this physical world, the only thing that we're taking with us is our body. It's like our soul is going to live here everywhere. Everywhere we go, we're taking it with us. This is where our soul lives, in this temple. This is how I see it. And I realized that belly dancing for me makes me very happy, and it also connects me to my feminine side, my femininity. Whenever I put on a belt, doesn't matter what color it is, I just want to elevate my vibration. I'm having a bad day, or I got into an argument with someone, because it happens. We live in this world where a lot of people don't heal their own trauma, or don't look at their wounds, and they just project. I'm not gonna lie, I sometimes stop myself and ask myself, am I projecting something onto someone? And I stop myself and it's like, okay, what is this? Is it really the other person mistreating me, or is it me projecting? But I stopped to ask myself the question. And all that to say, I've had many instances where I keep confirming to myself that belly dancing is a beautiful tool, and it doesn't have to be scary. You don't have to be doing all these like difficult movements, especially for beginners. Like I do it for fun. I do it for myself. I do it at home. Sometimes I play some music. I put music on YouTube, belly dancing music, and it gives me the rhythm, and I just move. But you can do it. You can do, for example, I'm gonna stand up. You can do, for example, circles, you know. And you can start with circles, you know. You can do circles just to warm up. Make sure, it depends on you. It depends on how active you are. If you have a physical activity that you do on a regular basis, it might not be stiff. But if you're someone that hasn't been using their hips a lot, because sometimes when we dance, very often, don't we just use like our feet when we're dancing, or our arms? How often do we use like our chest, our belly, our hips to dance? Say you go to a nightclub or you're at a party. No one like starts, well, it depends on how you dance, but this is a specific technique. And you can also put like YouTube tutorials on how to dance, but this is about you and your body and how your body wants to move. It's not about you creating a choreography or you entertaining or performing for someone or trying to make it perfect. No, this is about you connecting to your body and becoming more in tune with your body so that you can listen better to it. Okay, so, and sometimes your body might want to move in a different way, or faster or slower, depending on your body, on your story, on how much trauma you have. I know I keep saying the word trauma, but I think all of us have it. I have not yet met one single human being who says I've had a perfect life, not one single challenge. I haven't. And so, okay, going back to the movements. So you can do circles, like I said. You do circles, say for example, let's do 10. We do 10. And then you switch and you do 10 in the opposite direction, you know? Just making sure the movement is happening and you're actually releasing tension here. You're releasing energy. You can also do side to side, for example, 1, 2, 3. It's like you're hitting something with your hips. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's an example. You can explore. 1, 2, 3. I actually like this one a lot. You can also do the one where you do from back. It's like from back, front, back, front, back, front, back. So you're moving, you're creating this movement. See, it's like a swing. You're swinging front, back, front, back, front, back. And at first it might seem weird. It might feel difficult, or it might feel like, oh my God, you're struggling. Front, back, front, back. See, at first it's, oh my God, that doesn't look like a dance at all. That just looks like a bunch of movements. Well, that's what it is, a bunch of movements that when put together, then it becomes a beautiful choreography. But once again, we're not here to perform or learn a choreography for a show. That's not the goal here. The goal here is for you to realize that you can use belly dance as a tool to come back to the body. And as you are exploring this technique, you also notice things about your body and about yourself, how you feel. How does it make you feel? Are you self-conscious that other people are watching? Are you self-conscious that you're doing it wrong? What is it? See, take the time to notice how you're feeling, what you're thinking. Do you feel ridiculous? Do you feel embarrassed? Do you feel afraid? No judgment. We're not judgmental here. Feel free to write it in a journal, but explore, notice, discover things about yourself. Because trust me, the more you work with your body, the more you can dig deeper into your emotions, into your feelings, the memories, your soul. And then you can access, you can tap into that wisdom that dwells in you. Your body is a temple. And in this temple lives a wise person, a magician, a priestess, holding all that wisdom, waiting to be accessed. And you haven't yet come to open the gate. This is how I see it. When I dance, I start having all these visions, and it's like I'm inside a movie that I've never watched, a movie in a different dimension, in a very far away galaxy. It's like dancing, and then I come back to my soul, and my soul is inside that temple. And I come, and I'm so tiny, me, in this body, physical body. I come to the temple, I open the gate with the keys, and I enter, and I access all that wisdom. But that can only happen when we are connected to ourselves. Remember, your soul already has all the answers. You just need to remember. I like coaches, I like people that are there to guide you, but no one can give you the answers that only you can find within yourself. We're all priests and priestesses here, gods and goddesses, witches and magicians. We all hold a lot of information in our temple. But that temple, if it just stays locked, no one can come tell you what only you can tell yourself. The answers that are already there for you, your soul, your higher self, you can access. And belly dancing for me is a very creative way to meditate. Dance is my meditation. It doesn't matter what it is, what type of dance it is. There are so many types of dance in the world. And this one's a lot of fun. I particularly like this one when I'm trying to work with my womb, when I'm doing womb healing, or when I'm trying to work with my feminine side, or if I'm doing ancestral work for my female lineage. And depending on what I want to, or if I just want to have fun, maybe sometimes I just want to have fun in my living room and dance, and just dance freely. Put some music and dance. So make the movements. See, I was just showing you some movements where you do it fast and you do them together. You create your own dance. So we had what? We had the circles. Circles. We had, what else we had? We had the hit, and then from back. You can also do like the infinite sign, the infinite symbol with your hips. The infinite symbol, or so number 8, you do a number 8 with your hips. So it's like behind, front, behind, front, behind, front, behind, front, behind, front, behind, front. You do number 8, and then you switch. Behind, front, behind, front, behind, front, behind, front, behind, front, behind, front, behind, front. And if you do it fast, you create your own dance based on how you're feeling. Remember, it's all about letting your body guide you and tell you what it needs and what it wants in the moment. And something I discovered with dancing or with doing free movement is that I don't need to control anything. As soon as I start moving, yes, I give my body the command, move, let me show you some steps, some movements. But then little by little, my body takes the lead, and it's not even me moving anymore. It's my my soul working in collaboration with my body, and they are working as one for me to get what I need, to get what I want. And something else I wanted to say about belly dancing is that it improves our mental health and our physical health. I feel happier when I'm done dancing. 10 minutes, you can do 10 minutes. You don't have to do a whole hour every day. And you don't have to do it every day. You can alternate. Belly dancing is an excellent exercise. It strengthens the core muscles here, because you have to like put your strength here and move. It doesn't look like it, but when you're doing it, actually, wow. And sometimes you can even work with a veil and move it like this. Of course, we're not gonna go there now, because here it's about just mainly the hips. I put a lot of emphasis on working with the hips, because that's when we store a lot of the trauma. And especially as women, we don't use our hips a lot, as much as we should, because, you know, like, oh, society has, I even had someone telling me, oh, people that dance using their hips, like, they're vulgar. I was told that not too long ago. It's like, how is that vulgar? I mean, women use their hips to give birth. They need to move their hips. I mean, but there are still some comments that we may have to face in our society, unfortunately. It's changing now. It's changing. Women are awakening to the sacred feminine, and then we can accompany men. But right now, there's still a lot of conflict when it comes to women using their bodies. It depends on where you live, and it depends on your upbringing, and it depends on your background and how you were brought up. Like, if you were religious, if in your society it was accepted to express freely using your body, if you had to always cover up. I mean, I'm the generation where we couldn't really like just sit and have our legs feel comfortable. We always had to be closing our legs. I remember being like, 8 years old? Once I was sitting like this, like, just can't see my leg. Normal, like a little kid will sit, close your legs. Someone started yelling at me. It's like, what am I doing? It's like, just like, everyone sits like this. Sometimes comments can send a message that later in life can cause us to prevent ourselves from doing the things that we would love to do. Like, it was the case in me in India when I couldn't even dance freely. I would like do my part of the performance just because it was the steps that I was told to do. And then when it came to having fun the rest of the evening and dancing for just freely and having fun, I couldn't. I would go and sit and be like, no, I don't feel well, and I just gonna have something to drink and sit here. It's been quite a journey to get to where I am now. I never thought that I would be sitting in front of a camera telling people, you know, dance. Oh my God, move freely. Wow, use your body to express. This is a temple. This is a vessel. What a beautiful gift you were given to experience planet Earth, to experience life with this beautiful body. Look at your eyes, your ears, your mouth, your teeth, your fingers. When I look at human beings in the world, I'm always amazed at the perfection of nature. Ever since I was very little, I will always wonder, how does a baby know before it's born, when it's in the womb? How does a baby know that the nose has to go here, that the elbows have to go here, that the belly button is here, that the feet have to grow here and not here? How does a baby know that it has to grow 2 years on the side of the head and not here, for example, on the neck, or here? Ever since I was very little, I will always be amazed. Wow, what a perfect human being. How does that happen? That's a miracle. I was never able to like explain it. I mean, nature is perfect with its cycles and its seasons and its flowers, and it's just so perfect. And we are part of nature, therefore we are perfect. God made us perfect. For me, I see God in nature. I see God in every human being, in every living being, in Nougat Cósmico, in my plants, in everything. So it's just like, wow, God is so beautiful, so perfect, so amazing. Look at the beauty in the world. He made us. And then in your perfection, you have the ability to create more beauty. You have the ability to write poems, to dance, to sing, to paint paintings, to look at all the beauty in the world that human beings have created. That happens when we are connected to the soul, when we are in tune with our essence, and when we are there in this zone, as we call it, when we are there and you are inspired by the Creator, by something invisible, by a higher power, by that intelligence. It's like, wow, God created me in this perfection, and with that, I was given the ability to keep creating. This is why we say we are like God. We are like God. We have the ability to create. And dancing is a creation that you can do also for yourself, for others. I use dance as a healing technique. It's like remove trauma, release energy that doesn't serve me anymore, liberate this, that. And I use it also, like, I like to use it because I work a lot with the womb, as I said. I think we women need to do a lot of womb healing. I've been wanting to talk more about it, but I mainly use that for when I'm in my group circles with women. And so here is more general. But I think that we are in a period of human history where there's like a massive awakening happening. I can feel it. I can feel it in my energy when I go to sleep, when I'm eating. It's just things feel different. The days feel different. I don't know if you feel it, but I can sense a change happening. It's like a transition that collectively we are experiencing, and it's beautiful to be able to have the tools and the techniques to say, hey, I'm gonna connect to myself. I'm gonna explore what's inside. I never went to see what is inside this temple. I remember when I used to scuba dive. I used to scuba dive a lot in the Indian Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean. I was a scuba diver, and I would go deep, 20 meters, and like exploring. And yes, I put a lot of emphasis on the outside. I will go horseback riding and like race horses. I don't remember how many times I fell off a horse. It's a miracle I'm still alive. But I would go crazy. I would be like, foo, I need the stamina and the dopamine. And I just needed to explore more and more and push myself more and more each time. Mountain biking, and I would be like super, just like push myself in a way to like avoid myself. I thought I was doing it to see what else I could conquer, like what the next step was, what the next level was. Yes, but that was a distraction. That was a way for me to avoid looking inward. Always the emphasis outside. I was like this. And once I fell off a horse, this time I had to be in bed, and I had no choice but to look inward. Like and I didn't like it. It was very uncomfortable. And it was painful, emotionally painful. I could avoid looking inwards the rest of my life because it was more comfortable. Because going inwards, I felt like dying. It was scary, it was painful, it was annoying, it was boring. I felt it was unnecessary, and I avoided myself for a really, 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 really long time, until I decided to really go all the way in, so that I could finally start going out. And now I can navigate. I could be, yes. I realize that the more I connect with my inner self, the more comfortable and the more fun, I will say, the easier it is to socialize, to connect with people, with friends, with neighbors, with coworkers, with siblings, even with my parents. It's like, okay, because I have explored what's here, and I'm no longer projecting. I'm able to say, okay, I'm aware of this is happening, okay. It's not like I'm not taking it as an attack anymore. I don't feel attacked when someone says something. It's like, okay, that's their perception, that's their opinion. Does it hurt me? As long as they're not like hurting me physically or being like, violent, then you can be like, okay. Obviously, if it's a dangerous situation, yes, of course you set boundaries, you walk away. But I find that the more I have explored my inner world, the more enjoyable, that was the word I was trying to use, the more enjoyable that life, the physical experience in this society feels. I enjoy a meal more, or a cup of wine, or even a coffee. Now, honestly, before, like, I would like drink coffee and be like, okay, coffee, I'm okay. But now, even just drinking a cup of coffee, it's like paradise. It's such a heavenly experience. Everything has become so much more enjoyable. Everything. A walk in the park, a hug with Nougat Cósmico. Everything I do, every single minute of my day, feels like I'm in heaven. Yes, you say too. Yeah, he confirms. What is it? Yeah. What are you want hugs? Yeah, I know. You heard me talking about hugs. Yeah, you heard me talking about hugs. And this is something that I want to share with you, that I was only able to come to this realization because I did the inner work. Yeah, there will always be something. There's always room for growth, right? There will always be... He's putting himself in position for belly rub. Belly rub? Belly rub? We're filming. We're talking to our friends. We'll do the belly rub in a little bit, okay? He's like, belly rub, belly rub. He's putting himself in position. And he loves dancing. Whenever I'm like dancing, he comes and he starts jumping and he starts screaming and he gets on my back and he's like roar, 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 and we have a lot of fun. But I honestly wish that you give yourself the opportunity to start connecting to your inner world, because trust me, the more that you dig inward, the more enjoyable and the easier and more passionate that life gets, this human experience gets. And no, we don't need all these pills and drinks. We don't need anything external to get to that ecstasy. Like, yeah, I'm not saying don't drink alcohol, or no, sometimes I enjoy a glass of wine, but what I'm saying is don't rely on anything external to make you happy, to explore happiness. He's licking me all over. It's like, that's the way he kisses me, he's licking me. And I wish I could really show you with a visual the result that you will get, the amount of satisfaction that you will get once you connect with your inner self, and then you start to see your physical reality the way you see your inner self, the beauty. Oh my God, the way I see life now is so different from how I saw it 6 years ago. I've shared this. I started a healing journey when the pandemic hit. During the pandemic, and I just went deep, and now I'm able to like, woo, see things so differently now. The colors appear more beautiful, the smells, the taste, everything is like, wow, I am so amazed at the beauty in the world. Everything, reading a book, listening to a song, everything is just like, wow. I feel it so deeply because that's how deep I went inside. And it all started when I started connecting, with myself. Yeah, the body, angel therapy, yes, all these things, very good. Energetic healing, yes, it's important. But you cannot neglect the body. The body is 100% necessary. We need to work with the body in order for us to really, really connect with that temple, that wisdom in you. You'll have it. You all have it. And if you're watching this video, your soul led you here because you needed to hear this. And if it resonated, I invite you to try it. I invite you to try the movements, the belly dancing. It's easy and it's free. That's the beauty of it. I mean, you can always join a class, a group class, and make friends. But belly dancing boosts your self-confidence. And it's a great way to relieve stress. Just dance, move, and you release stress. I invite you to try it. And if you would like another episode with me teaching or giving some steps or talking more about specific movements or giving a choreography, we can always do that. But this is, as I say, my videos are very general and they are very basic for beginners, for people that have not seen these tools before. Or maybe you have, maybe you knew what belly dancing was, but you never thought that you could use it as a tool to release stored trauma and to start to connect with your inner self. Because remember, the more we connect here, the more we can connect here. And the more we go here, the better and nicer that this reality will feel. I hope you like this episode. I thank you for being here with me and Nougat Cósmico. We are gonna end it here for today, and we look forward to seeing you again with more tools, more information. We always have things to share. We are always on the go. We what's going on? I know you want to finish too. Say bye to people. Say goodbye to people. Say bye. Say bye to people. Give them a kiss. So it's a kiss for you. And yes, have fun, enjoy life. Whatever it is that it's going on in your life, trust me, it will pass. I say this from experience. I know that life is not always easy, but you can find little moments in your day to add magic to your life, to make it more beautiful, with color, with music, with dance. You can make your life more beautiful and more enjoyable. And you can just start with little dance. You want to dance? You want to dance? Just know how to dance. Jonathan, dance. Now you got me into the mood of dancing, so we're probably gonna dance in a little bit. You ready to go? Yeah, he's ready to go. Okay, well, thank you for joining me and Nougat Cósmico in this episode. It was a pleasure seeing you, talking to you. If you find this information useful, feel free to like, to subscribe, to send it to someone else who might benefit from this. I encourage you to try it, even if it's just circular movements or the infinite symbol. I love the infinite. I have it here. It's you see it? It's one of my favorite symbols, and I have it all the time. I keep it everywhere. I wish you a lovely day, a lovely week, and a beautiful, beautiful life. Have a good day. Bye.